This little boy and this leopard share a truly beautiful and unique bond. When the boy was a child, he found this baby leopard all alone on the road. From that day on, he began raising it as his own. Over time, the leopard grew up, but their friendship only became stronger. Can a wild animal and a human really share such a pure connection? It's something beyond your imagination. Today, I'm going to tell you the incredible story of this friendship based on the movie Duma. So let's dive right in. In the middle of a jungle, a leopard was happily playing with her cubs. Suddenly, a lion appeared and attacked, killing the mother leopard. The cubs were left orphaned, helpless in the wild. As night fell, one tiny leopard cub managed to escape, running as far as it could to save its life. Exhausted and scared, it reached the edge of the forest and squeezed through a thorny fence. Just as it tried to cross the road, a speeding car came out of nowhere. The driver slammed the brakes. Luckily, the cub survived. From inside the car, a young boy screamed, "Dad, did you hit him?" The father and son quickly got out of the car. When they saw that tiny leopard cub trembling on the road, their hearts melted. Carefully, they picked him up and placed him inside the car, deciding to take him home. At home, they prepared a cozy little basket for the cub. But a big question came up. What would they feed him? The father quickly built a feeder, filled it with milk, and handed it to his son. The boy's name was Zan. Excitedly, Zan fed the cub, who drank it right away. Soon after, Zan's mother also saw the cub. She couldn't help but smile, though she softly said maybe his mother is still looking for him. But together, the family decided to give the cub a name. They called him Duma. From that moment on, Duma became part of their home. He played around the house, slept beside Zan at night, and brought joy to everyone. The next morning, they even took a family picture with Duma. Zan's father adored him too. Whenever he went out to the fields, he'd carry Duma in his arms. Sometimes, he even took him on his motorcycle, teaching him to balance as they rode together. Duma grew up surrounded by love and care. The family even built him a special wooden treehouse, his very own space. And so began the incredible journey of a boy and his leopard, bound together by love, trust, and an unbreakable bond. In just a few days, Duma grows a lot bigger. By now, Zan has also gotten a little older. One day, they start training Duma to run. Zan's dad rides the motorcycle while Duma runs behind them. Zan now spends most of his time with Duma. In front of their house was a big farm where Zan played soccer with Duma while his father worked the fields. But one day, suddenly, Zan's father falls sick. Zan rushes him to the hospital. He survives, but becomes very weak. A few days later, one morning, Zan and his dad take the motorcycle out to test how fast Duma can really run. They slowly increase the speed, watching Duma run faster and faster. He's even outrunning the motorcycle. Zan records this joyful moment on video. But now, Duma has grown very big. Zan's father decides that Duma must be returned to the wild, back to where they first found him. Zan refuses to accept this, but his father explains, Duma was born for the wild. We can't keep him here. He shows Zan a map of where they'll release him. Zan is heartbroken. The next morning, Zan's father passes away. Zan and Duma stand silently at his grave. Their once happy family is now filled with silence. A few days later, Zan's mother says, "We can't manage such a big farm anymore. We'll have to move to the city." Zan doesn't want to go, but they have no choice. The next day, they pack everything and leave for the city, bringing Duma along. In the city, they stay at a relative's house. Zan's aunt is terrified when she sees Duma, but his mother reassures her, "Don't worry, he's gentle." Soon, Zan is admitted to a new school. One day, when his mom drops him at school, Duma is left alone in the house. He climbs on the sofa and starts playing with the TV remote. Seeing this, Zan's aunt panics, runs out the door, and Duma slips outside too. After wandering the streets, Duma eventually makes his way to Zan's school. Zan is sitting in class when he spots Duma through the window. Moments later, the school bell rings and everyone is told to evacuate for safety. The administration calls the police. Panic spreads. There's a leopard at the school. Meanwhile, Zan sneaks out of class to search for Duma. He reaches near the restroom where a group of bullies stop him, demanding money. Zan fights back. Suddenly, Duma comes out of the restroom. The bullies take one look and run away in fear. Just then, Zan's mom arrives to pick him up, only to see him running with Duma. Knowing the police could either kill Duma or lock him in a zoo, Zan hides and escapes with him. After many close calls, they reach an abandoned spot overlooking the city. Zan finally understands what his father meant. Duma doesn't belong in the city. His home is the wild. Zan silently promises to fulfill his father's wish. He'll return Duma to where he truly belongs. Back home, he places Duma's bell on his father's grave, then sets off on his father's motorcycle. Together, Zan and Duma ride out of the city, across villages, through the long journey side by side. Morning passes, noon arrives. Zan stops to check the map, making sure he's on the right path. Then they continue their journey. But as evening falls, suddenly, the motorcycle stalls. Zan checks the tank. He's out of fuel. Stranded in the desert with no options, Zan sits down quietly, waiting for what comes next. A little further ahead, Zan spots an old, broken-down airplane. He takes Duma inside to rest in the shade. After such a long journey, he's dying of thirst. While waiting, he notices a man walking toward him. The man sees the motorcycle in the middle of the desert, pulls out a knife, and tries to start it. Zan steps out and asks, "Are you heading north? If yes, I can give you a ride on my bike, but only if you have some water to share." The man gets scared when he sees Duma, but Zan assures him, "Don't worry, he's my friend. He won't hurt you." The man finally gives him a little water. Zan drinks some and gives the rest to Duma. Suddenly, the man snatches the bottle from him. After that, they get to know each other. The man's name is Rip. He soon realizes his motorcycle doesn't actually have any fuel. So together, they use parachute fabric from the plane to build a makeshift anchor and spend the night there. Meanwhile, Zan's mother can't find him anywhere, so she reports him missing all over the city. The next day, Zan and Rip tie wooden planks and parachute cloth to the motorcycle to make a sail. With the desert wind pushing them forward, they continue their journey. During this time, Zan and Rip develop a strong bond. Crossing through the stunning desert scenery, they finally reach a mountain. By now, they're starving. Luckily, since Rip often travels this way, he knows where to find water. After searching, he finds a spot, and they all drink to their fill, including Duma. But hunger still bites at them. Zan points out an ostrich and sends Duma after it. But since Duma has never hunted before, he fails to catch it. Fortunately, they stumble upon 3 giant ostrich eggs. They roast them and eat them at night, then sleep there. The next morning, Rip tells Zan he knows a shortcut that will take them straight to the jungle. Zan agrees, and the 3 of them continue on. But after a while, Zan suspects Rip is leading him the wrong way. He secretly checks his compass and realizes Rip is lying. But he doesn't let him know and keeps walking along. After covering a long distance, they reach a mountain filled with human skeletons, people who likely died of hunger long ago. Suddenly, a helicopter flies overhead. Zan realizes it might be his mom searching for him. They hide quietly until it passes, then spend the night in an abandoned house nearby. The next morning, they set off again. Soon, Rip finds an old cave. He claims there's treasure hidden inside and tells Zan to wait outside. As soon as he enters, he sinks into quicksand and screams for help. By now, Zan understands that Rip wanted to sell Duma to a zoo for money. At first, Zan is about to leave him behind, but Rip's cries bring him back. Zan manages to free his head, but not the rest of his body. He looks at him and says, "I know you plan to sell us, but I will never let anyone sell my friend." With that, he leaves Rip stuck there and walks away with Duma. Zan and Duma continue alone. After a long walk, they stop to rest. Eventually, they reach a small river. Zan builds a raft from logs and tries to cross with Duma, but the river is full of crocodiles. As they near the other side, the current pulls them toward a waterfall. With great struggle, Zan almost makes it to shore when crocodiles appear. By sheer luck, they escape.
and finally reach land. There, a small jungle awaits. Duma runs happily with other animals, but soon Zan loses track of him. While Zan searches slowly through the jungle, Duma chases deer and giraffes and ends up trapped in a cage. That night, Zan grows scared and lonely. Suddenly, a rhino attacks him. He runs for his life but slips, hits his head, and faints. When he wakes, he finds Rip and Duma beside him. Rip has realized his mistake and saved them both. Morning comes and they are all starving. Zan once again sends Duma to hunt a deer, but he still fails. Day turns to night. Then they notice a group filming a documentary in the jungle, camping with plenty of food. The next morning, Rip cleverly convinces Zan to approach them. Zan tells them, "I'm really sick, please help me." As soon as they rush to help, he suddenly pulls a snake out from under his clothes. Shocked, everyone panics and runs away. Taking advantage, they grab lots of food and escape. They eat until their stomachs are full and pack some extra food to carry with them. A little later, they reach a river and continue forward on a boat. Zan thanks Rip over and over for helping him and even tries to pay him some money. When Rip refuses, Zan forces the money into his hand. Rip then says he found some precious stones inside the cave. He takes a few out and gifts them to Zan. Night passes and by morning they arrive in a forest. There they see a dead animal and Duma immediately begins eating its meat. Rip explains that since Duma is a wild animal, this is the life that suits him best. That night, they find shelter in an old cave again. Rip opens up to Zan, saying, "I actually went to the city to try and earn some money, but I failed. My family's waiting for me, and now I just want to stay with them. I'll never go back to the city again." Talking like this, they fall asleep. The next morning, they start walking again. After some time, Rip points ahead and says, "Look, that's my village. I'll take you close to the jungle, then you can go back home." As they move forward, suddenly a swarm of bees attacks them, but this time, Rip shows no selfishness. He uses his own clothes to cover Zan and saves him from the stings.
They continue walking. After covering a long distance, night falls, but Rip's body swells badly from the bee stings. His face, his hands, everything. Exhausted, they stop again inside the forest. The jungle is full of dangerous wild animals, so they try to protect themselves by lighting a fire. But heavy rain starts pouring, and no matter how hard Zan tries, he can't get the fire going. Finally, luck is on their side, and he manages to light it. Meanwhile, Duma is seen happily playing all over the jungle with another cheetah. But Rip's condition had become very serious. Zan wandered around looking for help, and after a while he spotted an old man. Zan ran to him and said, "My friend is very sick, please help us." The old man brought some other villagers and took Rip back to their village. Since they lived in a very remote area, there was no doctor, so they began treating him with their traditional herbs. They covered Rip's face completely with healing clay. Zan stayed with them for a few more days. When they finally removed the clay, Zan was shocked to see that the old man and woman were none other than Rip's own parents. They had been treating their son all along. Rip introduced Zan to his family who had never been to the city. Rip was finally reunited with his loved ones. And meanwhile, Duma was happy too, because he had found many more animals in that jungle. This was truly his real home. Looking up at the sky, Zan said that his father would be proud and happy to see this moment. He deeply missed him. That little cub Duma had finally returned to his family. Zan realized that no one can truly live without family. He was sure his mother must also be waiting for him. Then Rip told him, "You're a good boy. Now you should go back to your home too." Zan had fulfilled his father's dream. He had brought Duma back to where he belonged. After that, Zan went straight home. There he saw his mother still working on the same farm, plowing the fields with the tractor. When she saw her son after so many days, she was overjoyed. Finally, Zan returned home, and this is how the story of a wild animal and the little boy came to an end. This was me, Carol, with you till now. We'll meet again in another video. Until then, stay happy, stay healthy. Allah Hafiz.